Hi, it's Mitch from Pickdawgz.com here with your free pick in the Louisville versus USF, South Florida college football matchup on Saturday, September 24th, 2022. Of course, it's my favorite day of the week during my favorite time of the year, College Football Saturday. Here on YouTube, I do tons of free pick videos, so be sure to subscribe to our channel. We do free picks every day, sportschatplace.com, pickdawgz.com, right here on YouTube, as well as across social media and our live shows. And when you give out that many free picks, you're bound to like some games more than others. And to find out which games those are, as well as to get best bets from some of the top handicappers in the world today, head on over to our website, pickdawgz.com, click on the Premium Picks tab. And while you're there, be sure to use the discount code WIN15, that's WIN15, get 15% off all of your purchases at sportschatplace.com and pickdawgz.com. But let's get to this one. We got Louisville taking on USF. And while we've seen Louisville in these primetime games normally, right? We've seen them twice in these weeknight games. This is the first time that we've seen the Cardinals at home in a day game up against a USF team that we've seen a bunch as well. And the reason why we've seen USF, they schedule big out of conference, and they always have, they always will. The thing that we have to always remember about this teams like USF, FAU, these Florida schools, UTEP, right? These schools like this, UTSA, they play in these talent-rich states. And just because those players didn't go to Florida or Florida State or Miami doesn't mean they can't play football. You can look up and down NFL rosters. You see plenty of players that played for USF, UCF, FIU. It happens all the time because they're constantly evaluating these players and they slip through the cracks, right? And you end up with some really good players. Then you have other players, they just want to stay home and they don't play at one of those other schools. They play here where they can play. So South Florida, we saw it last week against Florida. They certainly could step up and be counted. Ironically, Louisville has a ton of players from South Florida. They always seem to have this pipeline open ever since Clint Hurt was the recruiting coordinator. And, when you have a guy like that, well, let's just say his name's been, you can Google it. Just Google it, and you can look at Google Images and see what's going on out there. But anyways, when you look at Louisville, it's they don't, Clint Hurt, I don't believe is there anymore, but they still have this Miami pipeline. They still have a lot of great Miami players, and the thing that they have is a really good quarterback in Malik Cunningham, who is certainly super athletic. But the problem that we have with Cunningham is he's not great at carrying the team on his back. He can get you to the mountain. He can't get you over the top. And we saw that last week against Florida State, where he kept them in it, fought tooth and nail. He even ran in the long touchdowns and stuff like that. But late in the game, called upon to win the game, to get them over the top of the mountain, he makes the mistake more often than not. And when you have a guy that makes these kind of mistakes against a team that's talented, at least, as South Florida, well, laying a bundle of points, not something I really feel like doing right now. I'm going to take the points here with South Florida, and that's going to be my free pick. Of course, while you're doing your picks today, putting your bets in, be sure to use our free betting tools at sportschatplace.com. Our betting tools are 100% free, and the way they work, they show you just how often all the bets on the board today actually hit. Then they show you today's odds, and from there, you can assess the risk-reward, putting yourself on the bets that come in the most and pay the most. That's how you make money betting on sports.